Welcome to the Health and Wellness Check-In with Chrisa and Navah Paskowitz Asner, a 30-minute program meant to support the special needs community's mental health needs. And now your hosts for the next half hour, Chrisa and Navah.
Hey everyone, welcome to Mental Health Wellness and Check-In. It's Tuesday, May the 4th. And it's one of my favorite days. It's Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. And I just need to introduce my co-host today. This is Megan Baytel.
Hi, everybody. Good to be with you.
Thanks for being here. She's also a part of the mental health team at the Ed Asner Family Center. And we're really happy to have her and to be able to have her knowledge and expertise be a part of the center. She is also one of the therapists that is going to be working with us on several of our classes. We have some art and music classes and the dating class that I will speak about in a minute. But first of all, I just want to say we want to offer our condolences to Navah Paskowitz Asner and Matt Asner and the Paskowitz family. We're so sorry to hear about the passing of Juliet Paskowitz, Navah's mother, Matt's mother-in-law, and we just want to offer our condolences. And we hope that Navah will be here next week. Having said that, we are going to dive into a program that I'm so very excited about. It is called, and I know that you guys have heard me and Navah talk about this before, the Dating Spectrum. And we are really busy plotting and planning this wonderful program for our community. It pretty much is what the title is, right? Dating.
Exactly.
And so it's an 8-week course that people 18 and older could sign up for. We're very excited to say it's an in-person course, and potentially down the line, we could do, some sort of hybrid where we can have it be a Zoom so we can include other people in the state or maybe in the country, and just offer some of the skills and all sorts of knowledge that you need to navigate this crazy dating world.
Crazy dating world.
And I mean, I'm just going to let the audience know, which I probably said this before, but I am in the process of dating a single individual, trying to figure it all out. And I got a lot of experience. So that's going to be part of the knowledge that I have put into the course. And I know that you're currently...
I'm currently in a relationship, but just like everyone else, I've been through some good relationships, bad relationships, have had all the experiences from meeting people online, everything.
And obviously we're kind of different generations. So I have kind of maybe an older version. I'm still dating. So kind of an older version, newer version of experience, and Megan has more of a current version, I suppose. But it's really tough to not only meet people out there. Now we're coming out of COVID. So a lot of people on the spectrum or off the spectrum were internet dating. And a lot of apps, like the Bumble, the Plenty of Fish, I think, I don't know if you're familiar with any of these.
I'm not.
Match. Let's see, there's also one called Hinge. So these are all sites. Oh, and of course, the big one, Tinder.
Yeah.
You heard of that
I know
one, right?
that. Swipe.
Well, yeah, a lot of these are swipes. So basically, a lot of people utilize those, apps for meeting people, for dating. Some successful, some not. I really feel like in many ways it can be just terribly frustrating for people. In my experience, some of my clients that are 18 and older, some of them are the mid-20s, 20-ish, that are trying to date. And it is really difficult because when you're internet dating, the rejection factor is like through the roof. Did you ever have any experiences internet dating?
I don't have experience internet dating, but definitely rejection. I think it's something everyone deals with.
Right. I mean,
I can't imagine online.
And this is not just with internet dating, but social media in general, where people anonymously can be really inappropriate or mean or rude or ghost. This is my pet peeve is the ghosting. I hope that most people have the courage to be able to articulate their needs or be able to express themselves in some way. And I think it's perfectly fine to say, you know what, I'm not feeling like we're a good match, and best of luck to you, or it's not what I expected, or, those
So
kind
just
of
disappearing.
Yeah, or just, a little sort of information is okay. And I think that's more respectful. You want that respect for yourself, right? I mean, I think what do you think about if someone ghosts, what does it feel like?
Well, then I think you look inward to yourself and don't realize that it's really about the person who ghosted you. And you're so self-critical and you're like, what did I do wrong? But it's really the person who just poof, disappeared. And it can be really hard on yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the feeling is that there's that curiosity. What did I do wrong? What did I say?
And you'll never get the answer.
Yeah. You might not ever get the answer. And we're left to have to deal with this all on our own, within our own chatter in our head, telling us all of our worst insecurities about ourselves. And I think really it's the other person not having the courage or the words to be able to say, I just wasn't feeling it anymore. So I don't know what the age of our audience is, but Sex and the City was like a really big dating show about women living in New York. And do you remember that show?
Yeah, of course.
So and I think it's coming back around again. But my favorite episode was when one of the main characters, her name was Carrie, she was broken up with in a Post-it note. She had a long-term relationship with this man, and it was just it just wasn't going right. They were arguing. He got scared, so he left her a Post-it note. And I'm just like, okay, that's today's version of ghosting, right?
Or like a text message.
A text message, like, sorry, changed my mind. I mean, that would even be nice than ghosting.
Definitely.
So in this dating course, we're really going to help the individual be able to sort out what kind of relationship is that they want. Is it platonic? Is it a companion that they're looking for? Are they looking for a long-term relationship? Are they looking for an intimate partner? So we're really going to be open to exploring that in our group. And so I think, to really start off, we're going to really have to sort of identify what the goal is here. And after we identify the goal, we're really going to dive into effective communication. We were talking earlier about that. Like, I think in one of the weeks we were going to discuss
just really about like setting your boundaries and what you're looking for out of the relationship, and really just communicating what you want, as well as communicating the type of date you want, or how to start a date and how to start that connection with someone, because that's not always easy either.
That's going to be our focus as well, is like, how do you ask someone out on a date? What are your common interests? Do you have similarities? How did you meet? If it's on a dating app, you can kind of work that out a little bit, like, oh, we have similar interests, or are we both into Dungeons and Dragons, or our favorite show, or whatever it is. And so, you want to really start to look at what are your common interests, and then plan the date accordingly. A lot of people within the community are really so hyper-focused on many specific things, like maybe 3 or 4 things that they really like, but the person you meet might not be interested in those same things. So we're going to help sort that out. Like, how do you meet in the middle? If you're like, I love going to the zoo. and your new companion, potential date, doesn't really like that. How do you figure that out? What are common interests?
Yeah, how do you find those common grounds and have fun on a date? Because that's what dating is supposed to be.
It is.
It's not supposed to be stressful. It's supposed to be fun.
It is fun. It's got to be fun. It's got to be stress-free. How do you do that, though? Because people their nerves just like go through the roof. Like, that's a good topic, too.
It's about
How to calm your nerves.
Yeah.
I'm going to remind myself.
We're brainstorming live, people.
Yeah. Yeah. And if anybody has anything that they can suggest for us, I mean, by all means, please post it in the comment section. We're on Facebook and YouTube, right? By the way, producer Milo, thanks for being here. And also, you're the keeper of the time because I have no idea what time it is right now. So usually I pace myself.
Wow.
Do you have a time for us?
We got producer Steve going to pull up a little timer.
Producer Steve, thank you.
So we got some, Caroline Clausen just wrote in saying, "Hi, Chrisa, happy Star Wars Day. May the Force be with you."
Thank you. Happy Star Wars Day, and may the 4th be with you. That's so lovely. Tell her thank you. Oh, well, thank you so much. I can tell her myself. But I really like that because, prior to what we were just talking about was like how to really calm your nerves down. How do you stay grounded on a date when you feel really uncomfortable?
Or how to get out of the date if you feel uncomfortable.
That's a good one.
Instead of just like jumping out a window in the bathroom or something.
That was in, that was a Friends episode when she ran out on her wedding.
Yeah.
She went out the bathroom window.
Like how to appropriately leave a date when you feel uncomfortable.
That's I'm going to make a note of that. Leave a date. Also, that was a Friends episode, but Seinfeld, I think, is like perfect examples of bad dating. I mean, these characters are just so consumed with the perfect person or the perfect date. I mean, there was one episode where Jerry was upset about this girl because she had big hands. And like they always picked the smallest little things to like pick on the episode.
But it might be the smallest thing. Someone might have one thing that just really just isn't for you.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
That's okay. And but let's look at it though. What is it about this person that is it you? Is it something that can be fixed? Is it something you can meet in the middle and compromise about, right?
Or dive deeper and get past that.
Get
and see
past
what the person is about.
Yeah, that's a good one. Getting past it. But I want to go back to leaving a date because I have this rule of thumb. When it's been COVID. I haven't, had much.
Been able to leave a date?
Not, past year. But no, prior to COVID and dating, I had a rule of thumb that 1 hour and then I'm out. That I could at least have a conversation or a cup of tea or some of my dates included cocktails and wine. So like at least I can have one drink, 1 hour of conversation. It shows like, politeness. It's 1 hour. So like when I'm talking to my clients, I'm like, can you survive 1 hour? That's a piece of pie and a cup of coffee, a little chit chat. You could always talk about the weather or your favorite movie. And if you're uncomfortable, at least that gives you some time to know whether or not maybe this person I was judging too quickly or maybe I need to just give myself that 1 hour. Maybe I'm going to learn something about this person that might be cool or not.
You might surprise yourself.
There you go. You might surprise yourself.
It's also about the person across from the table too, because they may be feeling uncomfortable. They may not be really enjoying themselves, and to be considerate of like how you treat them. Because what's the saying? How you want to treat others, how you want to be treated.
Yeah, totally. That's a good point. And maybe that person is nervous. And it takes them 20 minutes to chill out, or they, were in a rush before they came there and they were late and they just want to, relax. I mean, biologically, our body takes a while to rest, to relax, to get calm, to get our breathing like at a certain level of calmness. So that takes a while. So you never know. You never know what this person might be going through. So giving that person an hour of your time, I don't think it can hurt. That might be just enough so like what, how you feel. And well, what's funny is the speed dating. We're hoping to have, you've been here for some of the pre-mixers.
I think it was like a social one, like a social mixer where you sat and talked, and we had topic cards and.
Oh right, we had the conversation cards.
Yeah, which totally helped me because sitting with a stranger, I didn't even know what to talk about. So those conversation cards really helped.
I love those conversation cards. I still have them, and then you can even customize them. So we're hoping, the numbers are going down. A lot of us have been vaccinated. We think that COVID's like sort of, getting to some of the bottom of that chart there. So we're hoping to have some potential in-person mixers. We could do a speed dating, game night maybe.
Yeah. I don't know what some of our ideas were.
I have some other
game
things
night
that I wrote down.
I'm going to check our notes.
I think we talked about,
we also talked about just other meetups like hiking, going to museums.
That's right.
Like just other social events, maybe outside.
Things outside. And for those of you that haven't been to the center, we have this lovely patio that we can, feel safe about. Maybe do a little event out there. It's all outdoors, and it would be, we do some masks and things like that to be really safe. But hoping to do that. So like when you're talking about that 1 hour of time that you could give somebody, we could even shorten it. The speed dating is usually what, like 5 or 8, 10 minutes. Did you ever do speed dating?
No, I think I'm too young for that. I think it turned into apps.
I guess so. It's not a thing anymore.
You kind of speed date on an app. You like have like a quick conversation, move on to the next.
I guess so. That's true. Yeah. I actually never speed date. I was too shy. I couldn't do it.
I've seen it in movies.
Yeah, I did. Well, actually, our program is based on Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah.
Which is on Netflix. And they did some speed dating. The show's in Australia, right? Mm-hmm. And they did do some speed dating. And, you would chat probably 8 minutes or 10 minutes, and then the bell would ring and you'd go to the next person. And so it seems like it worked for a couple of the people, the participants on the Love on the Spectrum show. Mm-hmm. It just gives you like your 10 minutes and you're out, like what to do in case you're uncomfortable.
Well, and it gives you that like quick download of information so you can see if you have anything in common really quickly.
Yeah, that's true. But
then you may discover more.
Yeah.
Like, that's hard.
How do you get a feeling? That's another topic too that I think is really important for our people within our community here, that internal intuition. Intuition, I think, is really tough. And I really want to focus on teaching intuitiveness. Basically, it's the chatter in your head, your gut feeling. I mean, what else?
You can feel it.
Yeah, you can literally feel it. Body language is another thing that I do want to focus on. Body language is a form of communication. And so is flirting. Flirting is a form of communication, right? And all those cues might be missed. So that's why, a 10-minute speed date, that just kind of gives you the opportunity to kind of look at somebody. It's kind of like swiping on a dating app. Swipe. You just go to the next person. And at the end of the date, I think at the end of the program, you get a note if you were
like
picked.
Matched, right?
Yeah.
But I think it has a lot to do also with first impression, which I think is really important. That's like a quick, first impression of a person. What do you give off in your first impression?
That's really important. Yes.
Which I think is something else we were going to cover.
Yeah, that's actually in our curriculum as well, is first impressions. Also, how do you present yourself? How do you carry your body? How do you sit? Grooming. What else do we have? Grooming, and we also have dressing for your date.
Yeah.
Do you just wear the clothes that you just wore?
Did you just get out of bed and your hair's all messed up and you're your bunny pajamas.
Your onesie, and you just throw on a dress over it, or
Yeah.
So how to plan dates, what to wear, grooming. Grooming is so important. I mean, we've got some lip gloss on right now. We're kind of just looking a little special. I don't know if you can tell.
We brushed our hair.
Oh, well, not me.
No, well, you poofed your hair.
I poofed my hair. It's like,
if you brushed it, it would.
Sometimes it's just its own thing. It's like so hard to figure out, which, that's a thing. It's like, what do I do with my hair?
But self-confidence plays into that too.
Yeah.
And having the confidence in yourself and the positivity of yourself to go on this date.
Yeah.
And feel comfortable with yourself to present yourself to someone else.
Mm-hmm. Because that's exactly right. I mean, that's what dating is you're giving, and I really feel that dating should be dating. People get confused. So like going back to what kind of relationship do you want? What's the intention? Dating, I often tell my clients that that's what dating is. It's discovery.
Mm-hmm.
You get to know somebody, and then you kind of decide as you're moving through the relationship, as you're having these fun activities and dates and conversations, that you kind of decide, do you want to continue, or do you want it to slow down? Do you want it to go faster? I have a client who, she was dating this man. It was just going really well. And at 4 months, he told her about something very personal. And it was just really, he started to put the brakes on the dating. And so it was really uncomfortable for her, to just be really happy and moving along. She really liked this man. And he just said, I'm not sure if I'm ready. So, then it's the self-esteem. It's not me, it's you.
Right.
Or it's not you, it's me. I forgot how that goes. Wait, did I say it backwards?
Or hyper-focusing on everything you did and trying to figure out where it went wrong.
Where it went wrong. That's the thing. What did I do wrong? The rejection factor is really hard. And we hope to dive into some of that to give people skills for, more self-care, find a calm place, to not personalize it.
Mm-hmm. Or how to deal with heartbreak.
Yes, that's I think I put that in here in our curriculum. When I'm looking at my curriculum here, how to deal with heartbreak. That could be like a 6-month class.
Sit in bed with a pint of ice cream.
There you go.
Watching movies.
There you go. For me, it's popcorn.
Popcorn.
I love popcorn. But yeah, that's another thing too, is, and one of the things that Megan just brought up is that, what if you want to break up with somebody, how to do that, and what do they call it in our lingo? Uncoupling. Well, actually, I do have clients that come in that are married that want to have made a decision to get divorced, and how do they break up?
Yeah. And
they're calling it uncoupling.
Well, because it's not easy to break up with somebody, especially if you still care about the person. Just because you want to break up with someone doesn't mean you don't care about them.
And does that mean you could still be friends? Some people want to, some people don't. So it really just depends on that. Week 5. This is my favorite. Do you have week 5 there?
Yep.
We could do it in this very room where we could do mock dating. And that's going to be so much fun. We could get some actors to come in with different scenarios, or just, our staff. Or we could get
that means you, Mila.
Yeah, Mila. Mila. Yeah, we could give people different scenarios. And but basically, I really think that acting, sort of role playing, figuring it out. Like we could do like a cafe scene in here. I know this is you can't really tell, it's our green screen room, but we could put some Parisian French cafe or some coffee house up, or maybe they have like a screen from the Friends.
And the coffee
house.
I was gonna say, like, we could go on like a skydiving date.
Oh my
God. Something crazy.
How do you talk to someone on a skydiving date?
Yell? I don't know.
There you go. That would be highly anxiety provoking. You're in a airplane together, yelling at each other.
But maybe that's your commonality. Maybe they like high thrill.
There you go. I think there were some people that got married skydiving.
I'm not jumping out of a plane.
I think I saw that. I went on a date once, which I thought was really unusual. This guy brought me a bike, and we went bike riding along the Strand.
He brought you the bike?
Yeah.
Did you get to keep the bike?
No.
Oh.
Well, that was the thing. It was a date, and we just were meeting to walk along the boardwalk. Well, he was a big biker and bicycle rider. And so he brought me a bike and adjusted it. I'm very short. And we went bike riding, but it was like, what did you say? You know, it was like so hard. So that was like not really.
Did you go on a second date?
I don't think so.
Did you know how to ride the bike?
I knew how to ride a bike.
Because I didn't know how to ride a bike until a few years ago.
Oh, yeah.
So that could have been a problem.
Oh, geez. Yeah, he never even asked, come to think of it. So that was kind of poor planning. But I do love bikes, and now I'm an avid bike rider. I love biking. But I thought that was creative, but it was a little presumptuous that I was going to be into it. And then, it was just hard to talk to somebody while you're bike riding and trying to not fall over or crash into people. So that was a little bit difficult. So we do have some of that, how to plan a date. Really fun dates, and this might just be, me, it's like the miniature golfing.
Mm-hmm.
It's mellow, it's chill, it gives you something to do, and then you could go out and eat after, and it's just something simple.
I always liked movies if I wasn't talkative.
See, that's hard.
But I liked it because then we would go to a movie.
Yeah.
And then we go to dinner after. And so you had that time in the movie to sit next to this person and be calm.
And
get in that space. And then you would go to dinner.
Yes. No, very good point, Megan, because not everyone's going to be chatty.
Mm-hmm.
There might be some shy people, or you want to break it up. You got, like you said, you have maybe your dinner first, or you get to meet and hang out, get your popcorn and your soda or whatever, and watch the movie. And then you have a conversation afterwards about the movie over dinner.
It gives you that easy conversation instead of going, oh my gosh, what am I going to think about and talk about all night?
Yeah. So if the audience hasn't figured out yet, I'm very chatty. So like I can talk for hours, but then now that's another thing. You kind of got to leave space for other people to talk about. But I like that. If you're shy and you just want to experience this person's presence and you're not super talkative. Yeah. What was that? So oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. It's a personality test, Myers-Briggs. That's what it is. Did you ever have to take that in any psychology classes?
I don't know if I had to take that one, but I remember taking all kinds of like self-tests, questionnaires and stuff. Yeah, there's a Myers-Briggs, and I think it's on online. I'm not sure if it's a free site, but I think you can take a personality test to see who you're best suited with, best fit. And they give you like a whole questionnaire, and it kind of talks about, are you an extrovert? Are you an introvert? And it sort of gives you a little, example of what your profile is like. Yeah.
And so that might be helpful. I have seen some people put it in their online profile. They're like ETFG or ENGF or something like that.
They have stuff like that on Facebook every once in a while. They'll be like, take this quiz and see what astrological sign you mix with.
Oh, yeah, right.
Like,
who do you mix with?
Yeah, they kind of have those kinds of things.
Or what Star Wars character do you think you are? That would be my thing. Like, I don't even know, actually. To see if you're compatible. So they have a lot of compatibility sort of questionnaires. So I'm going to incorporate some of that, into our curriculum as well. And I think it's really easy to kind of get some of those questionnaires, and we can, have some of those for our participants. So anyway, I'm just noticing how much I've talked today and that we're actually out of time. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here.
Of course. I'm so excited for this program. I think it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing. Very excited. So if anyone is 18 or older that lives in the Los Angeles area and would like to be interested or considered to come in the in-person participation at the center here in Reseda, please give me a call at 818-855-2199 and or check out our website. I think you can send a message to info, or give me a call or call our main line, or talk to Milo or Sam or me, or we'll get you. But please give us a call if you know anybody that'd be interested in our program for 18 and older. Have a great day, everyone. Happy Star Wars Day. Thanks, Megan.
Bye.
Bye.